Sagen wir noch einmal hier, hallo, servus. Willkommen. Ja, danke schön. Ich hoffe, es geht gut. Ich hoffe auch. Martin in die erste Reihe, gell? Das ist echt lustig. Oder generell vorher nicht. Ja, aber jetzt hätten wir einmal so die 10:22 Rennen. Gestern ging es mir gut zu. Das war ein Ausdruck der Atmosphäre. Ja, genau. Das war weil er gestern hierher gekommen ist, 35 Tage. Ja, gefällt mir.
Und jeder will und jeder sagt, so ist es früher gegangen. Einer muss es eher abgeben.
So, meine Damen und Herren, und in diesem Sinne darf ich Sie ganz herzlich willkommen heißen im Namen der IDEA bei diesem Medientag zur Vorbereitung und zur Einstimmung auf die bevorstehende Saison.
Und nach all dem, was wir in den letzten Jahren versucht haben, erschien mir das als die sicherste Art, es umzusetzen. Naja, also ansonsten haben wir auf den Kader gesetzt, der im letzten Jahr der jüngste DTM.
Ja, nach wie vor steht die DTM unter einem ganz starken Kostendruck. Und diesem Kostendruck müssen wir Rechnung tragen, haben uns natürlich Gedanken gemacht, wie können wir einmal dem Kostendruck gerecht werden und zum Zweiten...
Das ist ganz Spezielles und ich denke für die Mannschaft nach wie vor ein Riesenerfolg und ja, wie eng und wie dicht das alles beieinander wird, ist. Und ich denke, mit den vielen Neuigkeiten auch für dieses Jahr wird es genauso wieder sein. Und wir freuen uns alle, glaube ich, riesig auf eine spannende neue Saison.
Und ich bin sehr zuversichtlich, dass wir wirklich auch mit dieser Mannschaft
diese Distanz schneller sein, wird aber dann auch mehr abbauen. Genau das, was gewünscht war, einfach um mehr.
Auf die Tribüne oder vor dem Fernseher werden die als solche sichtbar sein?
Ich glaube auch, es ist, ja, man kann ja schon fast sagen, ein Ritterschlag für das Reglement.
der im letzten Jahr der jüngste DTM-Fahrerkader war, aber in den Fahrerkader, wo jeder davon schon das einmal aus eigener Kraft geschafft hat, in der DTM aufs Podium zu fahren.
Der BMW Neuzugang Timo Glock. Aus dem Hause Audi, der zweimalige DTM-Champion Timo Scheidt, dir an. Letztes Jahr zum ersten Mal den Titel mit BMW. Was hat sich seitdem alles für dich geändert?
Ganz einfach. Wir waren letztes Jahr vor einer ganz spannenden Saison, weil wir ein neues Reglement hatten und einen neuen Wettbewerber mit BMW bekommen haben. Wir nicht wussten, funktioniert das wirklich so gut, wie wir uns das vorstellen. Und ich denke, die Saison hat gezeigt einmal, dass das Reglement funktioniert, dass alles funktioniert hat, dass wir hervorragenden Sport gesehen haben. Und was mich besonders freut, ist, dass der Einstieg von BMW so toll gelungen ist. Das hat uns gezeigt, dass wir mit diesem Reglement auf dem richtigen Weg sind. Und vor allen Dingen hat es an unseren Serienpartnern in den USA und in Japan gezeigt, mit diesem Reglement kann man Sport machen. Das hat dazu geführt, dass dieses Reglement auch im nächsten Jahr in Japan eingesetzt wird. Die japanische GT wird dieses Reglement übernehmen und nach diesem Reglement Rennen fahren. Dasselbe ist uns in den USA gelungen, und zwar hier mit dem wirklich wichtigsten Motorsportorganisator überhaupt, mit der NASCAR, wird dieses Reglement ab 2015 in den USA einsetzen.
Yeah, Jamie we know since several years because he was always a very strong competitor in DTM, and he gave us quite some times to think about how strong he was in several races. So when we had the opportunity in the end of last season to bring him into a change from his former brand to Audi, I was very keen to do so. And I'm now very happy that we could make it happen because he fits very nicely in our team, and we know that we have a strong driver with us now, one more that is able to win races. The Audi fans, they can expect, like they did it for many, many years, that we are going to start into this season to be competitive and able to win races. from the preparation we have done over the winter and the development, we've been limited because of the rule book, because we had frozen cars and it was just optimization that we could be done. But I think we have done quite a lot of work. We have tried to use the possibility to its maximum. And I'm quite looking forward to having a car that is competitive from the very beginning.
Obviously, we've seen last year that it is necessary to be sustainable, competitive in DTM. You have to be running on the same levels as your competitors in all respects. Therefore, we had the decision to add the fourth theme and to add 2 more drivers to our lineup, which we did with MTech. We were lucky that we could locate MTech very close to Munich to have a very efficient program there. It was a very tight plan of getting them up to speed, but I think we've done quite well in that respect. And with Marco Wittmann, our test and development driver from last year, and the Formula BMW graduate, as well as Timo coming back into the BMW family, I think we've strengthened our overall lineup. And this year with 4 teams and our system in place, I think we are in a position to try and defend our titles. We know that in Stuttgart and Ingolstadt they have been working hard over the winter, but we did as well. And I think we can look forward to an exciting new season here in DTM 2013.
Mercedes is all about its junior drivers. You remember those days with Schumacher, Frentzen and Wendlinger and the Mercedes junior team. And we have gone the same way again. And Mercedes was always a leader in developing the upcoming stars. If you look at last year's champion, he has been with us for many, many years in Formula 3 and DTM. And we're doing the same. We are developing and nurturing the future stars. And with Pascal, Roberto, Robert, Daniel, Christian Vittori, they are all future stars, we believe so. Yeah, of course, it's always a disadvantage having 6 and not 8, but for us it was a question of restructuring our program. We had 4 cars and 4 customer cars last year, 4 so-called works cars and 4 customer cars, and we have gone back to 6 works cars. It's the only way of staying competitive, and we wouldn't have been able to change that from one year to the other, maintaining 8 cars.
And towards the camera.
Okay. Newer.
Yes.
Just like 10 years ago. One flag on your overall.
Okay.
Catalonia.
No Catalan.
I'm looking forward to the first race always. I mean, it's always nice to see how the difference between the manufacturers are, and also this year especially there are a lot of other new things from the race format have changed, so it will be an interesting first race in Hockenheim. Yeah, for sure it's nice to have Jamie Green as a team colleague. I think we at Audi have the strongest driver lineup this year, and still we have the job to be done even if it looks good on the paper. So I mean, the team Abt and also Audi Sport is doing the best what we can with the frozen regulations to improve our car the maximum possible. And it will be interesting when the season starts to see if we are able to perform all this into good result as well.
Okay, now.
Rausfinden, wer jetzt im Auto von Molina fährt. Oder der AutoClub, eigentlich kannst du
The reason for that was that I wanted to experience something different, and I'd been with the same people for a long time, and I'm kind of in the middle of my DTM career as I see it, so I think it was a good time to have a change, and hopefully now I can have a long stint with Audi and work hard to move forward and win some races. It's hard to judge. At this stage, it's very hard to judge. There's been some occasions where we've been surprisingly competitive, other times where it's been difficult, but you never know what. Now there's so many variables, additional variables. Last year, the fuel tank got bigger due to the no refueling, so that also brings in a bigger variation of possible lap times when you test. And now with the option tyres and the DRS, there's other variables that makes it more difficult to compare or judge your performance when testing. So it's hard to know, but I'm confident in my own abilities, and I'm confident in Audi's abilities too. But I think we have to be patient and stay cool, and in the end we should be challenging for wins.
Backstage.
Che bello. Per ora sì.
I know, I saw.
Machen wir das Video für dich.
Seit letztem Jahr bin ich auch kein Fan der Statistiken mehr, das haben wir heute Morgen schon mal gehört. Ne?
Well, 2013 for sure will be a different year. We tried definitely to make everything a little bit better. So, and in that case, we have a strong regulation from last year. We could not change too much on the car from the mechanic side and from the technical side, but in the end, we all try to make everything just a little better. From my personal view, I trained differently a little bit on some points, but in the end, I have to say everything feels good. I had my first test sessions 2 weeks ago, and so far I have a good feeling in the car. So far, I have to say the guys and the engineers are working quite well together, so the positive spirit is still there, and I hope we can keep it. And yeah, when we start the season in the beginning of May, I think we have to be ready there, yes.
Besser hinzukriegen.
Kannst du auf jeden Fall wieder gut machen. Jetzt haben sie hier so mal einen echten Rennfahrer, ja? Da könnte man ja...
Okay, always in the camera. And forward. Hold it. Hold
mixt, dass da eigentlich flüssige Lava rauskommt. Aber diese Erfahrungen, die haben wir gemacht und die haben wir gerne gemacht.
Wie ein Wetter zu Hause, so ist eine gute Fülle.
Florian.
Ja. Oh. Arbeiten
ja,
jetzt.
Jetzt arbeiten. Aber mache ich immer gern.
Erstmal essen, ne?
Mache ich sehr gern.
Ja, 5 Minuten mit dem Gunnar nach dem Stress.
Ja,
also,
ja, heute nachher.
Ja, wie lange brauchen wir denn nachher?
Wenn ich nur Untersteller hätte,
das kann ich nicht liefern.
wäre stabil am Ende, könnte ich früher drauf sein und mehr drauf sein.
I'm really looking forward to the 2013 season. We had an amazing year last year in 2012, but now it's a new season, new challenge, and I'm starting in neutral. I'm starting really neutral this season, and I know it's going to be tough, but I'm really motivated. The team is really motivated, and now we're coming soon to the first race is coming very soon, and I'm really happy to see all the fans and to see the atmosphere, and because you miss that as a racing driver, the fans and the atmosphere, you miss it really. In the winter break, so it's coming very soon, and I'm really motivated, looking forward to the first race.
Aus Brasilien, Augusto Farfus. So.
Of course, we had a great end of the season last year. It's very competitive, very strong. It's important because we build during the year the relationship between the team, the engineer, myself, so we improve. But I've learned after so many years in motorsport that every season is a new season. So you cannot take from last year and say, okay, we finish like this, we will start like this. Now, as you said, we have DRS and the option tire. And by having a limited time on track during the events, they will have a big influence. So what I really believe, the race will be even more excited for the public. But for us, race car drivers and the teams, the engineers, will be a very tough job because every race weekend will be different, especially with the changing condition, having the parc fermé. So there is a lot to learn, and I think those who would get a good Saturday would be already halfway through the weekend.
Joey Hand, meine Damen und Herren. Herzlich willkommen, welcome.
Well, you know, I think everybody's goal is to win, you know? We don't, I don't come all the way from California to lose, so.
For me, it's kind of a big thing, you know. I mean, it's my second season, so last year was all about learning places and, you know, not knowing where I was going, whether it be from the airport to the racetrack or the racetrack corners, you know. So this year, I think it's going to be a big difference for me. You know, I know where everything is pretty much. I mean, still, there's guys with a lot of experience out here, you know, so there's always going to be something to learn. But at least now when I show up to the racetracks, I know exactly where the track goes and how to get onto the racetrack from pit lane, all that stuff. So I'm pretty excited. I mean, experience goes a long way, you know. There's a lot to be said about feeling some comfort, you know. When you start to feel some comfort with the track and the car and the starts and the procedures, then you can start to focus on that last little bit of time, you know, and that's really what I need to do. So for me, it's gonna be a big year, and I'm definitely excited about it. I'm anxious. Well, I think my goal is to be a contender, be a real contender every week. Last year, I was a contender in, say, 3 or 4 races, you know, and a real contender, and struggled in the middle of the year a little bit, but then found my way again at the end and finished really well here at Hockenheim. So I think it's critical for me to be a contender every week, and that means being in the top 10 in qualifying all the time, qualifying in the top 5, you know, some of the times. I think if that's the case, then you can race to win, you know, and I think we'll just see how it plays out. You know, I mean, second year in DTM is good. You know, it's definitely going to be better than my first year, but, you know, there's still a lot of things to learn. So I've been a contender everywhere I've ever raced in my life. I've managed to be in the mix, fighting for the front positions, and that's what I plan on doing again.
Mit der Startnummer 15 Heimspiel für Martin Tomczyk. Ein Mann der ersten Stunde beim Comeback. Wir gehen ein paar Schritte nach vorne. Herzlich willkommen, Andy Prio. Welcome. In between the two of us, please.
Absolutely. I mean, my history with BMW has been fantastic, but I'd like to be part of the future history.
enjoying it. The season, I think, will be a really fantastic year this year with a lot of cars, very close competition, DRS, the option tyre, and everything to make the racing more exciting. So I'm really looking forward to the season. I can't wait for it to start, and I really enjoy the first race here at Hockenheim. It's always really good. Yeah, absolutely. Every driver here is capable of winning the title, and I think that's got to be the goal for everybody. I'd like to see a good solid start to my season with regular podiums if possible, and then winning races, and the championship will come together if that happens. So I think the performance was strong for me in the last few races last year, and particularly here in the first race. So a year experience, I hope that gives me a good opportunity to really come forward. But DTM is tough, and you just need to take race by race. And I'm really relaxed about the season, and very motivated, but also relaxed. I think there's a lot to look forward to.
To be honest, not that much. I just want to have the expectations quite low, because I think 4 days or in total 6 days of testing is not that much before season, and the conditions will be different again. If now the temperature is quite low, and if it gets hotter, the car I think will be quite different again. And with the short weekend, I think it's even more difficult for me, but that's how it is, and we have to get the maximum out of our package, and hopefully we can improve step by step over the year.
It was not me.
Yeah, and he's the boss, so...
Yeah, he's a big boss. I will check.
I only want to lead one race, and that's the last one of the year. So we'll see. I mean, we had a good car last year, and the car has been developed over the winter, and it's feeling pretty good at the moment. So I can't wait to get to Hockenheim for the first race and start there. But we obviously want to get good results at the start. I think it'd be very difficult to beat the start we had last year, because that was pretty incredible. But we need to get good results, be in the hunt for the championship, and then just try and avoid the motorsport hiccups that we had last year. the team's changed quite a lot. Obviously, I don't think we didn't choose for Jamie to go to Audi. It would have been nice to have Jamie here with us still. But in all, we've gone from 8 to 6 cars, but we now have 6 competitive cars, where in the past we only really had 4 competitive cars. So the lineup of the amount of cars we've got is better for us, and it's going to work better like that. As of the drivers, we have a lot of young drivers. Two guys have done 1 year, one guy's done 2 years, and two rookies. So it's a very young lineup and very inexperienced lineup, but they're all very good drivers. They've all shown that they are champions and winners in other formulas, and especially in Formula 3. And that's where I came from. I started here at Mercedes when I was very young. So that's certainly Mercedes' way, is to try and develop the drivers they've got. And there was a lot of young ones this year, especially. But through the testing, they've shown they're quick. And I think we should have a very good year.
I also think the Cabernet is white on the front. It's not raining out. Straight on the opposite side. What is this? Okay. This is the position or not? Draggy's was wet.
This side. Hello? Two more guys to this side? What the fuck?
Anyone in particular?
I think if I remember correctly from last year, I think I set my goals really high, only to be disappointed, But, DTM is a very tough championship, and now that I'm my second year with Mercedes, my second year in DTM, I've learned a lot from my first year. Hopefully I can learn from that, and the goal is to continue improving. If I can get on the podium, fantastic. If I can win a race, it would be a dream, But it's... First thing, I need to be scoring points all the time, and I need to be scoring as many points as I can for Mercedes and for my team. And I think if I'm putting myself in a good opportunity to score points all the time, the podiums will happen naturally. And if I'm in the podium a lot, I think the win will happen naturally. So I think we just have to take it one step at a time and see where we are.
Wie muss denn die Arme machen? So. Ist aber besser wie das andere.
Aber ihm sitzt das Hemd aber besser, ne?
Ja.
Belgium.
So yeah, obviously it's a hard season for me because we have less training time, no Fridays, so only driving on Saturdays and Sundays. So it's not really easy as a first season as a rookie, but
From results, I didn't really think too much about it yet because I think it's not really my main focus. I need to gain a lot of experience this year, work with my team at the best, and then we will see. Of course, personally, I want to be in the points as much as I can, try to be in the top 5, maybe in the podium a few times if that's possible, but I don't really have a lot of pressure about that. Yeah, I'm really happy to have this chance to drive in the DTM this year with Mercedes. It's obviously one of my biggest dreams in my whole career. I've been always looking at the DTM, and it's quite cool, and I've been doing a few tests in Barcelona already, which were pretty good. Also with my team, I felt really good. I felt like at home with Muke, and it looks like we are getting a good preparation for the first weekend, especially here in Hockenheim. I was a bit worried yesterday when I saw the weather was supposed to be wet every day, and luckily today it was quite dry, so that was nice to have it in the morning, and then today in the afternoon could rain as well tomorrow, but it's also a really good preparation for the first race.
Aus der Formel 1 jetzt mit dem Dach über dem Kopf.
Ja, die Umstellung war schon relativ groß, muss ich sagen. Ich habe
I don't know, because it's hard to say. I have not so much experience in the DTM car, and the decision came very late that I drive already this season in DTM, and it's hard to say because I had only 4 days until the first race, but I think it's possible to drive to get some points in the first races, and then I have to learn a lot and look what I can do in the end of the season.
Hi DTM fans, I'm here at my Samsung BMW M3 DTM, and I want to take the time and explain to you the DRS system that every car has this year. It works as follows. If I'm 2 seconds or closer to the guy ahead of me, I get a message on my dashboard, and over a button on my steering wheel I can make the rear wing flat, which means I have less drag on the straight, and with the 5 to 7 kilometers per hour I have more. At the end of the straight I may overtake the guy ahead of me, so I hope we can give and show you more action even than last year.
Nochmal zurück. Ja, wieder zurück. Drück ruhig nochmal.